Did you know that for every 6 plastic bottles that we get, only one of those bottles gets recycled? Also, did you know that Americans use 2.5 million bottles every hour, and most of them get thrown away into the garbage? Plastic pollution in today's society is increasing tremendously. Plastic pollution involves the accumulation of plastic products in the environment that adversely affect wildlife, wildlife habitat, or even humans. Many types and forms of plastic pollution exist in today's society. Plastic pollution can adversely affect lands, waterways, and oceans. Plastic reduction efforts have occurred in some areas in an attempt to reduce plastic consumption and promote plastic recycling. The prominence of plastic pollution is correlated with plastic being inexpensive and durable, which lends to high levels of plastic used by humans. In 2008, our global plastic consumption worldwide has been estimated at 260 million tons. Plastic is very versatile, lightweight, flexible, moisture-resistant, and strong, and very known as inexpensive. Those are all attractive qualities that lead us around the world in an appetite overconsumption of plastic goods. However, durable and very slow to degrade plastic materials are that used in the production of so many products all ultimately become waste with staying in power. Our tremendous attraction to plastic, coupled with undeniable behavioral propensity, increasing overconsuming, littering, and thus polluting, has become a combination of lethal nature. I can relate to this downside because back home we have a program that runs once every month, and we go around cleaning the ditches, sidewalks, and garbages around the community to keep it a happy society. My name is Cole McPherson, and today I'm going to tell you about plastic and how it is a problem in today's society. Also, the harmful effects that could be a problem for not only us humans, but the wildlife as well. Thirdly, social acceptance and how it affects and impacts our society from the economic standpoint. Finally, a conclusion summary about plastic pollution in our world and society. The effects that plastic pollution has on our environment are huge. The effects that pollution has on our land and chlorinated plastic can release harmful chemicals into the surrounding soil, which can then seep into groundwater or other surrounding water sources. Also, the landfill areas are constantly piled high with many different types of plastic. In these landfills, there are many microorganisms which speed up the biodegradation of plastics. Regarding biodegradable plastics, as they are broken down, methane is released, which is a very powerful gas and contributes significantly to global warming. Some landfills are taking initiative by installing devices to capture methane and use it for energy, but most have not incorporated such technology. Release of methane does not occur in landfills, in which case degradation takes longer to occur. In the ocean, significant amount of nurdles, which are microplastics, are spilled into oceans, and it has estimated that globally around 10% of beach litter is nurdles. Plastics in the ocean typically degrade within a year, but not entirely, and in the process, toxic chemicals such as biphenyl A and polyurethane can leach into waters from some same plastics. Polyurethane pieces and nurdles are the most common types of plastic pollution in oceans, and combined with plastic bags and food containers make up a majority of the ocean's debris. In 2012, it was estimated that there are approximately 165 million tons of plastic pollution in the world's ocean. Plastic pollution has the potential to poison animals, which can then adversely affect humans and food supply. Plastic pollutions have been described as highly determined to large marine mammals. Some marine species, such as sea turtles, have been found to contain large proportions of plastics in their stomach. When this occurs, the animal typically starves because the plastic blocks the animal's digestive tract. When this occurs, the animal typically starves, sometimes because entangled in the plastic, such as nets, which can harm or kill them. Plastics contain many different types of chemicals, depending on the type of plastic. The addition of chemicals is the main reason why these plastics have become so multi-purpose. However, this has problems associated with it. Some of the chemicals used in plastic production have the potential to be absorbed by humans begins through their skin absorption. A lot is unknown of how severely humans are physically affected by these chemicals. Some of the chemicals used in plastic production can cause dermatitis upon contact with human skin. In many plastics, these toxic chemicals are only used in trace amounts, but significant testing is often required to ensure that the toxic elements are contained within the plastic by an inertial material or polymer. Therefore, the effects of plastic pollution on the environment can cause many different things in our society. Plastic is a polymetric material, that is, a material whose molecules are very large, often resembling long chains made up of seemingly endless series of interconnecting links. Natural polymers such as rubber and silk exist in abundance, but nature's plastics have not been implicated in the environment pollution because they do not persist in the environment. Today, however, the average consumer comes into daily contact with all kinds of man-made plastic materials that have been developed specifically to defeat natural decay processes. Materials derived mainly from petroleum that can be molded, cast, spun, or applied as a coating. Since synthetic plastics are largely non-biodegradable, they tend to persist in nature's environments. Moreover, many lightweight, single-use plastic products and packaging materials, which account for approximately 50% of all plastic produced, are not deposited in containers or subsequent removal to landfills, recycling centers, or interconnecting. Instead, they are improperly disposed of at or near the location where they end their usefulness to the consumer. Dropped on the ground, thrown out of the car, headed out onto the road, headed onto already full rubbish bin, or inadvertently carried off by a gust of wind, they immediately begin to pollute the environment. Indeed, landscapes littered by plastic packaging have become common in many different parts of the world. Illegally dumping on plastic overflowing container structures also play a role. Studies from around the world have not shown any particular country or demographic group to be most responsible, though pollution centers generate the most litter. The cause and effect of plastic pollution are truly worldwide. In my hometown, we have a program where we have a group that goes out around the community once a month and goes around and cleans up the ditches, sidewalks, garbages, etc. to keep the town clean and safe from things such as plastic pollution. In conclusion, plastic pollution is very bad for our society in many different ways. So next time you have that plastic, take the extra step and recycle it. If anyone would like more information on the topic, please visit the link posted or feel free to comment on my discussion board post. Thank you for taking your time to watch my presentation. Thank you.